All right, guys. So welcome. Can you believe it's October? Like, it is October and we are in the last season, right, of 2023. Like, think about that. It's so incredible and crazy to think, like, but it came on Fast and Furious, and we are ready. We are ready. Okay. So I want you to, I've been really thinking a lot about this, and there's so many amazing things on the table for so many people right now. Our company has really just, put it all out there. Okay. Um, uh, it's been nonstop in my social media feeds, but we're a part of something incredible. Okay. And when I say that, I don't just say it because, we're all here and I'm trying to pump you up. Like, I see daily right now people who left Lavelle for whatever reason. Okay. Like, everybody's journey is different, and for whatever reason they felt like in their journey at that time, the right thing to do was to leave and try something else. Y'all, I can't stress enough how many are coming back. It's like on the daily in my news feed. Been gone 2 years, been gone, 6 months, been gone 7 years, like been gone, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're coming back. They're coming back, and they're proudly stating how this is their home for a reason. We are a company who has a strong foundation. Okay. We are a company that knows where it's going. We are a company that you know there is no like trial and error. Okay, been there, done that. Like, this is a strong company, like I said, with a strong foundation, with an incredible corporate team. And they are just doing everything to pour into us and into like their people out in the field to win. Okay. And it is winning season. All right. So I want you guys to get excited. Okay. Like, what does the rest of 2023 look like for you? All right. What does it look like for you? Like, what are you envisioning your holiday to look like in 3 months from now? Right. Like, I'm sorry, who's been to the freaking grocery store lately? Can we just talk about that for a minute? Like, I went yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit of my feelings. So it's like, let's just stop at the grocery store. We'll grab stuff for the grill for tonight. We'll grab a couple of things, so like my husband and the kids could, like pack their lunch this morning, and I'll go grocery shopping today. Right. Like, I'm sorry, I spent $122 for not the week. Like, on what? Like, on what? How? Like, how? Okay. So, again, this is an opportunity to not to be able to go to the grocery store and get what you need, no matter what that looks like right now, and not get stressed out. Right. This opportunity provides each and every one of us an opportunity to pay a bill that used to get pushed on the back burner because another bill was before that one. Right. Who's been there? Right. Maybe you're there right now. Maybe you remember that feeling. Okay. This opportunity gives you the opportunity to, maybe it's putting freaking this holiday season, when you see that Salvation Army or some other kind of donation bucket, maybe it's just that $5 that maybe doesn't seem like a big deal, but is a big deal to you. Because I'll tell you right now, that was a big deal to me. My money story was so toxic growing up that even giving $5 into a donation bucket like that stressed me the F out. I can't even tell you, like, handing over money to just give away was such a scary thing to me for a lot of my adult life. Okay. Like, and it felt so icky. I hated that feeling because I wanted to give. But the thought of handing over even $2, $3 was so scary that it made me, like, it gave me anxiety. Right. And if nobody was looking, I looked the other way and kept going. Right. Because I couldn't. And this opportunity has been it's provided me the opportunity to help others without that icky feeling anymore, and to know that it's okay. It's okay. because this opportunity is going to continue to provide as well, as long as I continue to show up, as long as I continue to serve, right? As long as I continue to open up my doors and share what I'm doing and tell my story. You know, some of you may have been here a while. Some of you may be brand new. Some of you may have maybe you may not even have a big story. Maybe you don't even have a story yet. But guess what? You can borrow somebody else's story until you have your own, right? Or maybe you haven't told your story in a while and your story needs to be told. Maybe you're thinking, oh, everybody's already heard my story. But you know what? Somebody hasn't. Somebody hasn't heard your story that needs to hear it. And it doesn't have to be the story of, lost 60 pounds or lost 100 pounds or lost 40 pounds. Like, that doesn't have to be your story before you're able to share it. Your story can be that you aren't drinking coffee anymore. You could be like, hey guys, dang, I'm on day 3 and I've gotten this whole house clean today. You now have a story, right? And if you don't have that story yet, then you need to go borrow somebody else's. And I do want to bring up, I just thought about this earlier. So we do have a customer group, and it's on my list of like, we're going to start bringing that back to life. It is actually called the 123 Simple Community, I think is what it's called. I will post the link to it again in the team page right after this Zoom. It's our team customer group. Okay. And literally it is a wealth of knowledge. Like, there hasn't been a lot going on in there because there's really no excuse, but it's all of our group. Like, I don't want you guys to think that it's only for me to post. Like, if you guys think that there's something that's helpful for like your customer to see, maybe there's a promo going on, maybe you just go in there and you talk about one specific plus line item that you're loving right now and why you're loving it, right? Go in this group and share that, because your customers, other customers, like, this is our group to get our customers excited about the products that we have to offer, right? And how we can help them. In that group, there's already set up tools, duplicatable, easy tools. We have a walkthrough video that literally walks your customer through how to place an order. Like, how many of you have had customers that are like, oh, what's me? Like, right? Yeah, probably every single one of us. But guess what? If you go in there and you tag them in that video, if you're literally not walking them through or placing the order for them, there is a video in there that literally screen records step by step how to place a customer order. There's a thing in there telling you exactly how to set up a customer account. There's a how to earn your products for free as a customer. There's literally everything that you could need to set your customers up for success as a customer in that group. Okay. So let's, again, it's just another huge tool that we've definitely put a lot of effort into, and there's no reason we shouldn't be utilizing it, because it's a huge opportunity tool for all of us. Okay. But the reason that I bring that up is because when we first started that simple customer community, I had people from our team going in there and going live and doing a quick, short live video and sharing their story. So in that group, you can go in and go, hey, Katie, my new customer, I need you to hear, Jackie's story, right? And you've already watched it and you're like, holy crap, that sounds like my friend Katie, who I'm trying to get on the board, or I'm trying to get started or whatever. And you tag them in that video. And the video is literally that person sharing their story. It's your validation tool right there. And they're not people from the corporate page. You can literally say, like, no, this is literally somebody, this is somebody in my community. This is somebody that I know, or that you know what I mean? Like, it's more intimate, it's more real versus going to a corporate page and tagging somebody. Do you know what I mean? So we really put a lot of thought into that customer group. So, please, this is our group. It's not my customer group. It's our community's customer group. And it's a huge tool. And it has a lot of validation in there. And it's really set up, again, to that duplicatable, making it easy. Okay. Again, there's even instructions on once they get their product, not the Bad Bish way, but just your general customers who are signing up because they want extra energy. They're not looking for weight loss. and they, if they're not looking for that bad bitch necessarily like community per se, that's where you would put them. And there's literally walks them step by step once you get your order, like how to start. Okay. So again, don't be afraid to utilize that, get yourself in there, add your customers in there, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, we could even add, your leads in there if you wanted. I'm totally fine with that, because there's nothing in that customer 123 group that's, it's just general information. So if you have somebody that's interested and wants, do you have something I can look at, or do you have, and you're like, hey, I know there's a video in there that she needs to hear this, add them in there and tag them in the video. Hey, watch this real quick. Let me know when you're done. That being okay, so that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. So, all right, so we're in the last 90 days of 2023, and I am just so stinking excited and fired up, and I am ready to run. And I hope that you guys are ready to run with me. I'm going to go on a massive day, 90-day run, and I am running with everybody that's got their running shoes on. Okay. There's a lot of things on the table for every single one of you. All right. Whether you're eligible for a rank advancement bonus right now, because you're in your first 90 days of your business, whether you have somebody who you're bringing in and you can earn override bonuses by helping them earn their bonuses. There's just so much opportunity right now. We all know that. And what you do now, it reflects and shows up in your business 60 to 90 days from now. Okay. So if your business is not where you want it to be right now, well, let's do an audit. Like where have you been? How have you been showing up going in, coming out of the summer? How have you been sharing? Have you been consistently opening the doors to your business? And when I say that, I mean, are you wearing your DFT loud and proud? Are you sharing on your stories every single day when you take these products? You're taking them regardless. Why not put it on your story? People don't know what you're doing if you are not sharing. People aren't a mind reader. You may be super positive on your social media. You may be like, oh my gosh, that person, but they have no idea what you're doing. If you're literally like, I know we talk about attraction marketing, Al, don't get me wrong. Okay. I know that that's been something we've talked about for a long time, but at the same time, if you're literally not talking about it anywhere at all, not even like a glimpse, people have no idea that you're doing it. You know what I mean? They just think that you're a really positive person. Like, they have no clue. So, I do think that we need to, just show up more in regards to like what we're doing. I personally, everybody can build their business. You all are independent business owners. Okay. Me personally, I am getting more into showing my products again. I don't necessarily write the word thrive in my posts, but I'm definitely posting my DFT. I'm definitely posting in my stories. I posted my capsules and it said thrive the other day, and I want to share this. A girl who has been on my social media a long time. I literally don't know her. She's, I think, from like California. She ended up on my story a week ago. It was probably a week ago. Oh no, it was when I was in Nashville. She showed up on my story. I had shared my capsules and it said thrive, right? And I was just holding them in the hotel room, and she responded back to my story and was like, oh my God, I've been wanting to try that forever. And I was like, well, girl, I can help you. Got her a sample. Y'all, if you do not utilize, and I get it, like you can use credits for these, FYI. You can use credits for these samples that Lavelle sends out, or you can do your own samples. But I, like, again, easy, convenient, right? Like I am an easy, convenient girl. Like if I have to spend a lot of time in like bulk, like I'm just not good at that. Like I'm not like, oh, let me get that right away and get it in the mail. I'm like, oh God, I gotta go to the post office. Like, versus, and I probably wasted 24, 48 hours of getting that in that person's hand. She literally was like, I'm interested. I was like, girl, I got you. Hold on. Just send me your address. Ding, 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 send, done. I didn't have to go to the post office. I didn't have to do nothing. I just had to enter her name, her email, and her address into the system, and Lavelle took care of the rest. And guess who just ordered today? Guess who got her first customer for the month? Okay, off of a sample. I don't love samples. I say that all the time, but you know what? You got to do what's uncomfortable. And so I'm going to be going on a massive sample blitz this month. because I strongly believe that, you know what, if I don't get product into people's hands, somebody else is going to do it. Right? So there's so many ways to work samples into your business. I think I'm going to do a separate video for smart sampling. Okay. But that will be coming within the next, I would like 72 hours. Okay. I think what I'm going to be doing in this 90-day blitz is we're going to have our team Zooms, but I'm also going to be doing like, I don't know if I want to call it like a 90-day boot camp or training or whatever, but I'm going to be doing videos that I'll just be going live. I'll shoot it out there like on Zooms actually, because that way I'll be able to record it easier. But I'm going to be doing like massive trainings, okay, for the next 90 days, like constant trainings. And I will like shoot out a Zoom. If you can hop on, great. If you can't, it will be posted on the team page. But you know, one thing that I can say is like, please don't let any type of training like just go by because you didn't jump on it live. Okay. Every time you dial into a training, you're going to learn something. I don't care if you've been here a long time and you've been doing sampling, like it doesn't matter. You're always going to learn something. Like I watched another leader's train. I've been here almost 9 years. I watched another girl's training on like how she does samples today. And I was like, oh, it was like, I'd already heard it, but it was something about the way she said it. I was like, okay, like it made sense. And it hit different. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be doing massive like boot camp, like get it out trainings for the next 90 days. They will be posted. Please do yourself a favor and plug into these. Whether you catch it live or you're watching it on the replay, like don't let a training go by that you are not plugging into. It's free knowledge. Why would you not? Why would you not? Like, I know that we've talked about my mentor and, the Jessie Lee thing before, but because like it has lit such a fire under my ass in my own leadership of like, I invested in her and she like, I feel like, she invested in me at the same time. And I'm not going to allow that to be wasted. And I have been just diving deep into trainings and just as being able to absorb as much knowledge as I can from the time that I am able to learn from her. So we can do massive things in the next 90 days. So I need you guys to put your freaking running shoes on, lace those laces real tight, okay? Because we are running, okay? We are running. That means, however that looks to you. But like I said, I'm going to be doing massive sample blitzes, okay? I'll be doing team incentives, all right? Challenges. We're going to be doing, massive, again, like trainings. I also would like to start doing, I don't know if I'm going to call it necessarily promoter. I'm probably not going to call it promoter trainings, but I want to hear from you guys. Should we do like the word I want to use? Opportunity Zooms for you to get interested people on? Should we focus on like new people coming in and getting them on new promoter trainings? Like what can we do? What do you want to see? Because those that show up go up. Okay. And so I am here to serve you. I am here to run with you. Shared a file in the meeting. Let me look because I'm not sure what that is. What is that? Is that a oh, is that from, you know what, Jen, hold on, because I'm gonna have you unmute because I want you to talk about Florida as well. So with the sample blitz that I'm gonna do video, there's a lot of really, again, making it super easy and duplicatable. One of the things I can't wait to tell the video because I just want to because you know what, one of you may send out a video, a sample tomorrow. this girl literally does. So y'all know, or you're all in the Bad Bitch group. You know, when you get into the Bad Bitch group, like you are to tag your new people in the video, right? And in the video, I walk them through like, okay, you got your products now, like this is how we're gonna take them. And it's really made it like dummy proof, right? It's really made it so easy and duplicatable to utilize that video. Well, this girl's doing the same thing with a sample. She's sending she created a video and she's literally unpacking like a sample, and she's like, all right, like you got your sample, this is in your sample, like this is how you're gonna start tomorrow when you wake up. And she's literally like saying it to them. I mean, it can't get any right, it can't. And she said something, so, and I was like, yeah, I know, girl, you're right, of course you're right, go ahead, tell me again. Like, how many of us are like, hey, tell me as soon as you get your sample, like as soon as it arrives, tell me. And because I'm going to give you the instructions, right? Like, it's almost like you're holding a carrot for them. They're like, yeah, I'll let you know. And then they're like, then you follow up with them and they're like, oh, yeah, I took that like a week ago. I didn't even feel anything. And you're like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I told you. People just are crazy. And that's what they do. So at least like if they have this video, they can't screw it up. And if they screw it up, well then, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. But like if they have your instructions and you're walking them through it, like again, you're just making it, like, I love the way they used to say, you're making it stupid simple. Okay. Like it's easy to understand. Like, never mind like typing things out, but like you're visually, like people are watching like, oh yeah, okay, oh right, okay, yeah, I got this, oh okay, well that's simple, that's easy, right? Like duplication. If you make the video once, you never have to type that stuff out again. You save the video to your phone, and every time you send out a sample, you do that, right? Again, so I'm not going to go too deep into the other sample stuff. I'll say that for the video, but I want you to also remember this saying, okay? Don't be afraid to confidently say to people, especially whether it's a sample, or if it's like getting them on the products. But y'all, saying to somebody, give me 3 days to change your mind, give me 30 days to change your life. Right? Because 3 days, you can change their mind. You could, you know what I mean? There's a very good possibility that they're going to feel the products, right? We're going to set the expectation of what they're going to feel, right? Like you're going to be feeling this, like you're going to, you know, expect to feel this, like you want to plant those seeds. But you know that not everybody's going to feel like a freaking unicorn in 3 days, because everybody's body is different. Everybody has different built up toxins. Everybody has, you know, different deficiencies. But give me 30 days. Give me 30 days to change your life, right? Because you know by day 30, that person's going to be thanking you. That person's not going to want to go without these products ever again. I don't know, some of you probably don't even know who he is, but there is a promoter within our team, Rick Prince, and he's actually been on this team with me for 7 years. And he actually just made a post tonight, and it made my heart like just melt and so happy. And it said how him and his wife have been on these products for 7 years. Okay. And last month, I think he had said it was last month, they didn't order their products. Okay. They were able to, with this opportunity, by the way, sell their business they had owned here, and literally just do Le-Vel full time. And they travel the world in their camper. And they've literally just been like living their best life, you know, the camper life, you know, and just living life together since then. And he posted how they didn't order their products last month. And he goes, and it was literally the most unproductive month we've had in 7 years. He's like, I've gained 10 pounds. You know, they're like taking naps, they're drinking tons of coffee. They're like, literally, it was like, oh, here comes the life again. The reason, and I told him, I said, sometimes it takes a reset to understand and appreciate why you started to begin with. And he was like, it couldn't be more, further than the truth. And, he's like, orders going in, they just happened to have found like some capsules in a drawer or something like that, like a couple DFTs in a shake or something. And he's like, I took one pill, half a shake, and, like this. He goes, I've had the most productive days the last 3 days. He goes, I can't believe that I ever would have not ordered these. And no one, like, again, like why we've been on this journey for 7 years and we'll never stop. Because this is why, and so again, you have gold in your hands. And Rick's story was like, he didn't need weight loss. The guy was already super thin, like, that guy. And, his story was actually that he was super grumpy. He was just like not healthy, like, per se of eating. And, he didn't have a healthy lifestyle, even though he was thinner. And he totally thought that his friend was like load of shit. Like, okay, buddy, like, okay with that Thrive stuff you keep trying to push. And then he tried it. And I'm pretty sure Rick actually did a sample. And now here we are 7 years later, and this guy still does it every single day. Him and his wife, So again, like, it's not no forever, it's no, not right now. Remember that when you're talking to people. Remember that when you're making your leads lists, okay? So what does the 90-day run look like? I thought about a group. Nobody wants another group. I get it, okay? I thought about a chat. Nobody wants another chat. I think that the best way to do this 90-day run is to just show up in the team page. And hopefully it'll also pull people back that have fallen off and start to see, like, what, it's my time to regrow again. Because also within seasons, right, some of us may, seasons happen for a reason. Okay, seasons are of new growth, right? Seasons are of abundance, of harvest. Seasons are also for dying off and letting things that no longer serve you to let them go, right? And so we're ready to go. Like, we are growing season, baby. Okay, so I hope y'all are ready. Again, I'll be posting all of the trainings into the team page. I'm going to come up with, this is something that we used to do, and I think that it was, we loved it as a team when we all used to do it previously. This is an old one. But whatever your goal is for the month, I highly suggest make yourself a grid. Okay, this is what we used to do as a team. Okay, what is your goal for the month? Like, what rank are you running for? Right? If it's 4K, well, then make it, however how you want to break it down. I'm trying to remember. I think I actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, I think that these are actually already made up in the team page. Look in the team page under files. I think I've already made these. See, these are things that I have that I forget we even have. But there should be a 4K, 12, 40, 80, 200K. And what's fun is, like, you remember like doing fundraisers and you're filling them in, like the little like thermometers. It's the same thing, right? But you now have your goal in front of you. And this, like, as your volume grows throughout the month, you're filling in your little blocks, right? And it's super cool to watch and see, and to be sharing with your team. Like this was a different this was in January of 2018. This was a different 80K one that we were doing, and we hit it that month. So it's like it was really fun to share with the team, because this was also our team goal, and everybody had their own goals. So let's get really focused. Like, what is your goal this month? What rank are you running for? What goal are you running for? If you're not earning or refer to, like, let's go. There's non-negotiable. You are not paying for Thrive next month. That is your number one first goal. And as soon as you hit it, you better be sharing it with us. Okay? Because we're going to shout your ass from the rooftop. Okay? Like, it is celebration. We are celebration season. Okay, we are going hard. We're going hard. We're going loud, and we are running. Okay, so I hope y'all are ready. I hope you're excited. And I hope you're just like, this is my time, because it is. It freaking is. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, we compare like people on the internet who are in this industry, maybe in this company, like, y'all, I don't care who you are. There's not one person here that doesn't deserve to be on a stage holding a 200K sign, who doesn't deserve to be on that stage holding a millionaire sign, who doesn't deserve to be getting an auto bonus and their vehicle paid for, who doesn't deserve to have a $4,000 freaking rank advancement bonus, who doesn't deserve to be not paying for their products every single month, right? Who doesn't not deserve to go to the grocery store and not get stressed out about the freaking how much their food to feed themselves and their family costs, right? There's no one who doesn't deserve to do that, and this opportunity will do it for you. This opportunity will do it for you. How are you willing to show up over the next 90 days? How are you willing to get outside of your comfort zone? What are you willing to do? Do you not go live? Because guess what? I don't go live. Guess what I did the other day? Just spontaneously, it was like on my heart. And I was like, okay, I got to go live. I got to go live. I have to start listening to that voice that was like, stop freaking getting in your head and you need to go live. And that's what I did. And I got a lot of feedback from that video. And it wasn't about Lavelle, but it was just bringing value, right? It was serving. And because I showed up in that way, I got a lot of people who I didn't even know were even like on my timeline, who aren't even seeing my posts, right? So how are you going to start showing up? How are you going to start living in your light, right? How are you going to start serving others and bringing value? How are you going to start talking to your people when you share on your social medias, right? Because we're not talking to everybody. If we talk to everybody, we're talking to nobody, okay? Who are your people that you are talking to? Who are you trying to help, to serve, to attract, right? What does your tribe look like? Because, and I'm going to share, I don't know, whether you are into this or you're not into this, I'll share it. You guys can do what you want with it. But there's a meditation that I started, and my goal is to do it every day, or at least, you know, is to try to do this exact same meditation every day for 30 days. Okay. It's a guided meditation, and it's about seeing your like manifesting where you see yourself, right? What do you want? Where do you see your future self, right? And a big part of attracting, right, those things, vision boards, or, you know, what we talked about in the past, is you've got to feel it. You can't just say it like, I want to bring my family to Disney like someday, you know, like, and that's how you're putting it out there. Like, no, you got to feel it. Like, what's it going to feel like when you have the opportunity? What's it going to feel like, whether it's a bonus that you're, you know what I mean, or it's a rank, or it's a certain income, set of income that you earn here at Lavelle that's going to provide that whatever that is for you, you know? What does it feel like when you hit that? What does it feel like when you're there in that moment? What does it feel like when you get to bring your family to Disney? That was mine. And every time I talked about it, I cried before I was able to do it, because it evoked that much emotion that it was like, I felt it. I knew what it was going to feel like when I was able to do it. And I've done it twice. Because of this opportunity now. And I also want to remind you guys, you know, I started that vision for me here, right? That a big goal, bringing my family to Disney World, was so important in many ways for me. I started that when I first started. Do you know how long it took me to bring my family to Disney? I had planned it and I had given it to them, and then COVID happened. But I mean, so that kind of got, you know, that kind of ruined everything. And then I brought them the last 2 years. But I'm telling you that because who cares if it takes you longer than it takes somebody else that you watch on social media? Who cares if it takes you, you know, a couple of years to, you know, hit a certain goal? Who cares if it takes you 1 or 2 or 5, or, you know what I mean? Who cares if it takes you that to earn an auto bonus? Who cares if it takes you 5 years to, you know, be a 200K, or if it takes you freaking 2 years or 5 months or 2 months, whatever, it doesn't matter. Who cares if it takes you longer than the other person that you're watching their highlight reel? Because you know what? You're going to show up every day anyway. You're going to keep doing the do. So what, who cares? If I had given up because I was like, oh, damn, like it's already been 5 years and I still haven't taken my family to Disney, I guess this isn't worth it. Better go find something new. We wouldn't have been there like we were. And then again the next year, right? So I also want to just remind you that your goals are important, but the time frame of like when you think or you expect, or the pressure you're putting on yourself of achieving it, if it doesn't happen in that exact time, do not downgrade your goals, your dreams, right? Do not do that. You keep going because you are meant for more. And those are yours. Those seeds are planted in your vision, in your mind, for a reason. You may not know the exact journey of how it is or the time frame to get there, but if you don't throw in the towel, you're gonna get there. Okay, you're gonna get there, and it's gonna be 10 times better than you ever expected. So that being said, I don't really want to go too deep into any other kind of like, I just wanted to really focus on, you know, this 90-day run that I'm really fired up about, and really just getting everybody else excited to say and commit, like, I'm in. Like, if you're committed, if you're in, put in the chat. Like, I'm at like 90-day run, like, let's go, you know, because I'm ready and I'm running with those that are ready to run. And we have a lot of lives to change, and we're just getting started. And you know, I'll tell you right now, in this manifestation video that y'all are gonna watch, there a lot of y'all are up there in my manifestation, like in my what I'm manifesting. Y'all are up there with your own 200K sign. So we got work to do. Okay, we got work to do. We got lives to change, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the freaking group photo of us next April at Thrive Palooza, and all of our tribe that's there with us. So, that being said, I would love Lauren and Jen and Heather. You guys, I'd love for you guys to share your takeaways. These incredible women put themselves first and invested in their businesses and went to Palm Beach, Florida for the live Thrive events this past weekend, and they got to meet incredible leadership. And our co-founder Paul Gravett was there. My heart's still so full even hearing you guys got to chat with him and meet, like, see him and meet him and understand why, you know, he holds such a big part of my heart here at Lavelle. And so I'm like super excited. So share away, whoever's ready to share.
I'm ready. I'm
Speak.
super
Do
excited. So I shared in the chat a calendar. I took a calendar that they gave us. It's probably buried right now for you guys, but I will put another copy of it in our group chat too. I took it and changed it into our month for my team. So it kind of gives you an idea on story topic guides is what it is. And another team told us they basically all they do is change the date, or they'll change a few things in it, but they use this calendar every day. A major thing Paul told us too, right now for the next 30 days, was to reach out to 10 people that are non-thrivers on one of your social medias. Anybody. You don't even have to contact them about Thrive. You just reach out to them and send them just one message. So Heather and I started doing it instantly, like instantly. That was it. And then next morning we're in the truck and Jeff's driving, and that's what we were doing. We were messaging people. I'm like, Heather, right now, let's message right now. And believe it or not, in those 10 people throughout the day, they messaged back. Whether it was, I need to hear that, thank you, love you, like, hearting it, emoji, whatever, it really, really did work. So every day I've still been doing it. Um, I'm sure Heather fitted in at some point in time because she had some leisure flight time.
Yeah.
But there was some things that Paul said too, like your Rolodex is your riches. That was kind of like a quote he had us write down, and that's stuck into my head because in all reality, you have a contact list in your phone, whether it be even social media or whatever. It for this month, if we put it to use, I bet we'll all gain something out of it.
And the thing too, like he was telling us, is that we started with 2 products. So if you do samples, just do the capsules and the shakes. He goes, it will change them. He goes, we only started with those 2 simple things.
And I
He goes,
actually stood up and asked a question about that because
Mhm.
I've had somebody that I've given either a 4-day, a 7-day. I've had them tell me that it doesn't work, whatever. Paul looked right at me and basically called bullshit. Bullshit is what he said. He said, they are lying to you. He says they are feeling something, their spouse, whatever, is on the sideline being the skeptical person. And in all reality, the person that I was talking about to him, he was right because I know exactly what it was. It was just that. And right now she's actually working on her orders, so that's kind of cool. I just went back to her the way he said.
Because I think that this is important even for like our 90-day run to be posting, you know what I mean? Like account, like I would love to put together, like your weekly accountability people, over the next week, right? Or was it every day? Or was it, for the week, like 10 people this week?
Every day. Every day for 30 days. 10 people every day for 30 days.
But then you have to follow up every 10 days on those people. So he goes, you have to just make a list.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But again, that's part of the, you're building relationships, right? That's part of your, like what we talk about, getting, pretty much it's getting back in front of people that may not even be seeing your stuff just because the way Facebook works,
He told us to become obsessed with success is what he told us. And that's what it boils down to. I kind of used to think you guys were crazy with this whole dream board crap. I'm going to be truthful with you. I was like, well, that's like high schoolish. Like, why? Like, I feel like a little kid doing something like that. Now, as I heard them up there, these $1 million people saying that, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, that is on my list right now. I'm making a dream board. I take it back.
Who used to push it?
I talk shit.
It was Paul. It was Paul.
It.
I had never heard of a vision board, and he used to talk about it on calls. And if you've never heard Paul talk, you're like, now you ladies understand. Like, he's so smart. He's such a wealth of knowledge. He's very successful, and he's exactly what I need to hear him. You know what I mean? He's very blunt. But respectful. Do you know what I mean? It's not like harsh, like in your, but he's very like he's going to tell you how it is, but in like a way that's going to motivate you, that you're like, I want more. I deserve more. Like, what do you mean? I need to make a freaking vision board. Like, he's going to tell you what you need to do to be successful, and like, that's why, when I've talked about Paul in the past, it's just like, I'm just, to hear that he was going to Palm Beach was just, my heart was exploding that you ladies would have the opportunity to, hear him.
And that was
we did meet a lot of nice people.
And he wouldn't let us. We had to put our phones away because he would not let us record them. And anything we recorded, we could not share. Yeah. So they did with him being there. But it was crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like, didn't it make sense? Didn't it make sense for you ladies that had never been to any type of event? Like, like it was I feel like I would assume it felt very like it was a game changer. Don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you feel that way?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, Miss Lauren was way up there in the front, even dancing away. I was really impressed with her.
I love that so much. And I'm super proud of you ladies. You all were up in the front at the first day, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were in the
Yes.
front row. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So proud of you ladies. Seriously. And so what are your thoughts? Like this 90-day run, do you think that that will be helpful? Doing a like weekly, and we'll keep it the same. It doesn't have to be different per se. I mean, you can change it up every once in a while, but having that kind of outline of, like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but more around the this specific like 90-day, like make sure you're getting it done, whether it's just again like posting your story. Did you do some sort of like a reel or something? Like, again, it's gonna have to be doing things that probably feel scary. Okay. That's how we're gonna grow, right? That's how you're gonna go ahead.
Jen, what was her name that she said that she posts funny stuff all week long. She does one post a week of Thrive. But she
Oh my
does.
God, I wrote it down too.
I know. I'd have it too. But she goes, that's where I get my hits from. And she's had 5 babies.
Don't take it wrong. She's color. Janetta? Joseph?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, she said point blank, you make it wild, do whatever you want all week long, but you only take that one day to post about your Thrive. And she said, and that's what she told us. That's where she gets the attention because they're busy looking at everything else that's going on. And then all of a sudden it's like, bang, hey, what is she doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm sure I know that she's wearing her DFT loud. I mean, that is definitely like shows her reels. She's like, wearing again, that's where that like attraction marketing comes in, where again, like you could be doing a reel that's like about this person, you know what I mean? You're teaching somebody how to plant a seed, but you've got a DFT on. So regardless, people could be in the, you know what I mean? Like, like what the heck is that thing
And
on your arm?
that's what she said. Like she still like has the patches on. She still drinks her drink or you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Yeah, it's just like added in the background. She does not make anything about it. It's just people are seeing her drink something as she's moving along or whatever.
Yep.
She's just not really advertising it as Thrive.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I do, especially on my TikToks. Like, I'm showing my DFT in every single one of my videos.
And not everything is even pictures.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I people need to hear your voice. Like, I know for a fact when I'm good morning, kings and queens. Like, I'm about to do my workout, like take my capsules, or like I'm just talking about a bad day or talking about something. When I am talking with my voice, that is when my story views go up, or people are in my inbox all of a sudden. When I stop showing up and I'm just doing a little boomerang, like it's not the same. Like they want to hear your voice, they want to hear your passion, they want to like see like your happiness, you actually thriving. Like they can't see that if you're not sharing it. So
yeah,
gotta show up.
And again, at the end of the day, it's really, sharing again, like so clear. Like again, I made some notes the other day on a different training, but it was like using clear language that everyone's going to understand, like, let's just say, just for example's sake, like, oh, I'm a 4K now. Like, let's just say we post something like that. Like, dude, your people don't, like, your audience has no idea what a 4K is. Do you know what I mean? They're like, what the freak is that? Like, like there's other companies where they're like a gold diamond, golden unicorn, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like what the frick is a golden unicorn? Like people, know what it is because you're in that company, but people outside of your company have no idea what that is. So you've just got to like talk to them how they're going to understand, what's going to relate to them. How can they relate to what you're sharing in their life right now, in their situation or circumstances right now? How are you going to relate to them that they can put themselves, they can vision themselves now doing what you're doing, right? Because the other thing is a lot of times people can't vision themselves. They can't picture themselves doing it for whatever reason that they have, you know, that thought process, or they're counting themselves out, or, you know, like the success or whatever it may be, they're already counting themselves out before they've would even think about trying. Right. So sometimes we have to put it to them that they can envision, well, maybe I could do that. Well, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, she's like, she felt how I feel right now. Or, you know, like those type of things. Like, who do you want to help? What's your solution? A splash of personality. You know, you want to make sure that you're always adding a splash of your personality in whatever you're doing, right? And again, making sure that another thing, this was a Jessie Lee training. But you know, your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, but also YouTube Shorts. If you're not using YouTube Shorts, but you're using like other, you know, like making TikToks or Reels on Instagram, just repurpose your stuff, because YouTube Shorts it's the exact same thing. It's the same thing. It's just YouTube's version. And YouTube is a search engine.
Right.
So what?
That was another thing Paul said to us too. He goes, if you want to get your business to grow, he goes, go back and take all of your pictures out that have anything to do with alcohol or
Refresh yourself is what he said.
yeah.
And actually,
Yeah.
I was just kind of looking back too. Another one of his challenges was also to get 3 people to testify their journey on your Zoom or on a call to somebody that you're going to make. So that's my goal, is to try to at least fit one of those in, because I'm so scared to do that and I haven't. So I'm going to try that. Then another thing he wanted us to do, he wanted us to go to Instagram and follow the word wealth. I haven't done it yet, but I just found it in there. I'm like, that's right.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you need to find your yin to your yang.
And unfollow anything that no longer is serving you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something for me on Instagram. You know, I used to follow all of these celebrity. Honestly, I only really followed celebrities on Instagram. That's kind of how I just saw Instagram for a long time. And so many of them now, like, their content is just not what I'm into. Their content is not what I want to follow. Like, I open up my Instagram, there's a big fat juicy booty like jumping in my face. I'm like, hey, like, that's what you get it, girl, but that's not like, you know, get me going today. So again, you know, you want to clear up your, you know, what's the content that is in your feed? You know, like my Facebook doesn't look like that, but my Instagram was not bringing me value. You know, it wasn't making me inspired. It wasn't like, it was kind of like, what the hell? Like every time I opened it, you know, like, so I had to unfollow a lot of these people who I just was like, that, like, that's not where I'm at anymore, you know? So I think that that's great. And I definitely just put that on here, and I'll put it on that list, our 90-day thing, you know, make sure, you know, follow the word wealth on, you know, but so yeah, YouTube Shorts, that was definitely one of the parts of the training, this social media training that I did with Jessie Lee. And that was, again, you know, she calls it FIT, which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And then she said, add YouTube Shorts, because again, YouTube is a search engine. Okay. You know, going back to that, like I had a post on LinkedIn years ago. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily bring who I'm looking for, my ideal like business partner or you know, customer, but it's a search engine. And because of that, people would go to Google, look for free samples, free Thrive samples. And guess who was right under the #1 link that would pop up on Google? That was the paid spot. I didn't pay for it. So it was whoever was paying all the money to be up here in the Google search, and then it was me. And it was all because I had created this ad or whatever, you know, in LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a search engine. and it had like free Thrive sample, you know, this whole whatever within it. So when people would type it in, and the more people typed it and clicked on the link, the more it bumped the, you know, the views of that search engine. So I would constantly be getting free people signing up. I mean, majority of them never turn into anything. It was really somebody who was like scamming, looking for Thrive, but it doesn't matter. Like if it was still like people were finding my link, you know, because of that. And I did get some people that ended up joining the team or became a customer through that. So again, you know, these are free things that you can use and repurpose. You know, if you're posting on TikTok, repurpose it. You know, there's no need to go and redo it again. And there's a lot of apps. Cameron, which app does, I don't know if CapCut does this or not, but what app where you can remove like TikTok's little watermark?
It's not an app. It's like you search it in Google, and it's called snaptik.com. And that's how I take. But now TikTok actually lets you save your video without the watermark anymore before you post
I
it.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So like before you like finalize your post, there's like a little arrow now you can save it. But for Reels, like instead of putting music on TikTok before you save it, I would suggest not, because then if you go into your Facebook, you post it on Reels, sometimes it won't let you put the music because of the copyright. So just like be aware of that. I mean, sometimes I still do, but there's sometimes that I'll go to try to post a TikTok and post it on a Reel, and it'll be like, you are copyrighted. So just save it.
I usually mute the original music and add
And just
something else,
add it
and it usually
again?
works. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. you
Whether
can do
it be
that.
the same song or a different song, but usually it's the same song. That's usually
Just
what I
like,
get to go through.
oh.
Yeah.
Hi, hey. Love you.
You know, so again, that's just like there needs to be days where I would pick a day where we start doing you know, content creation. I think that's super important. A lot of people do it, you know, it's like there's no reason we shouldn't be. You know, and you know, that day where you dress up, like, or you feel, not that you have to be all dressed up to do making content, but you know, on those days, let's say you do get dressed up because you're going to dinner, or you got dressed up to go to work, or whatever the case may be, like, you know, that's a great opportunity to, you know, make a couple TikToks or take a few photos, or you know what I mean, like to like that content, right? So on the days where you're just like you're really busy, or you know, you've been cleaning the house all day and you're like, did I look like a ragamuffin, like you know, whatever, you have content already, like that you can just grab and share, or grab and post, right? Again, that's another thing that I would really like to get into doing, is, you know, doing again that like content. I know I brought this up before. It is a plan. I only plan on doing probably at once, or at least to start. If we do the recording, we can always reference back to it. But you know, pretty much a content creating Zoom together, where we're literally creating content for the week. Okay, you're literally making your posts. I think that would be great as well. So I just have a ton of ideas and things, you know, to help us all like explode the next 90 days. I want you to write down, whether it's in your journal, in your planner, on a notebook, I don't care, in your notes, in your phone. I want you to write down, where do you see you in 90 days? So on December 31st, 2023, where are you at with your goals? Where do you see yourself? Where do you see your Lavelle paycheck? Where do you see? Because if you show up on a 90-day run, you will not be where you are right now. It's inevitable. If you show up on this 90-day run and you commit, because you're not committing to me, you're committing to yourself, right? You're committing to your goal. You're committing to that, where you see yourself at the end of 2023. I want you to write it down. What is your goal on December 31st? Where are you at? Right? What is your goal? Where's your What's your Lavelle paycheck look like that week, right? What are you celebrating? Have you brought on some new team members? Like, let's name it and claim it now. Where do you see by the end of 2023? Because this is going to be really fun, I feel like, for us to reference back at the end of this 90-day run and everybody to kind of, look at what they wrote, even maybe share, how cool would that be if like a lot of you guys are like, dude, I totally saw myself at this rank with this, and they're like, we've exceeded that. Or I said, 4 new business partners and we've got 8, or whatever. Like, how awesome is that going to be? Because that's what's going to happen. Right? So I want you guys, we're going to commit right now, no matter how tough it gets, right? Life happens. I get it. Nobody knows what tomorrow's going to bring. But we're committing right now. We're going to show up. We're going to go up. We're going to glow up. We're going to commit to our goals, right? We're going to show up on our stories. We're going to get outside of our comfort zones, okay? And we're going to run. We are going to run together for the next 90 days. We're going to give it our all. And when somebody falls down, or when we're running, somebody's running a little slower behind, we're grabbing you, girl. Like, don't you worry. We got you. Okay? We got you. No, nobody's being left behind. I want you to know that you're not alone. We're doing this together, right? And we've got you. We've got you.
No queen.
Okay? No queen left behind.
Yeah.
So I hope that you guys are excited. I hope you're motivated. I hope you're ready. I did a quick one when nobody knew I took a picture, but let's take one more photo. I know we lost a couple people, but that's all right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's it. I love you all. Let's make this week super
Love
aggressive.
you.
It's our first week of the month. And I am going to work on getting a 90-day, just like I said, little kind of, if you have any ideas or anything that that works for you currently in what you're doing, whether you're doing, 5 reach outs a day, or maybe some kind of follow-up that, some kind of like golden nugget that you're like, I'm telling you right now, when I do this, this is what like you're seeing in your business, please send them over. I want to know, because I want to, if it's something that you're like, no, this is like, this works, we're going to add it to this checklist, for our 90-day run. So I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to literally, I can, because I'm not trying to rush the rest of the year by, but I am already so excited to come all back together in 90 days and everybody to share, this is what I wrote down. This is what I wrote down on October 2nd when we had that Zoom. And this is what's happened. And it's just I feel like it's almost like time capsule-y. I'm just really excited. I hope you guys are too. So I love y'all so much.
Love
Have an
you.
aggressive week. Make it your all. Give it your best. Who are we gonna serve? I'm not doing it wrong. I can't bend my finger.
Oh.
And no, I can't.
It doesn't bend.
Okay. What is this? A gang sign? All right. All right. Love you, ladies.
Love you.
Great night.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.